Hi guys, I am so excited to make this second video for you. This video is called non-attachment, and I just want to be honest. So I tried to put the immensity of the man I experienced into the first video, but while I was driving I realized I couldn't do that. But I just want to take you through the emotions of how I felt looking at that man, you know? Um, and so my next video is called non-attachment, and I want to explore with you guys the process of what I've been going through over the last day of leaving. Um, and so I found myself sad, like not badly sad because I'm so excited to be home, but just sad in the way of, man, like he's beautiful. Like, will he call me? Will he text me? Will he contact me? Is he interested in me? You know? And it's been a battle in myself of the feelings of wanting this person and that feeling of needing that person. And it's really helping me to cultivate non-attachment in a better way because um, one thing that I hold true to myself that I realize now going through all the processes of divorce and moving out, buying a house, living on my own is that if I move with my wants, I cannot have the matters of my true heart, which are the things that I really want. And so, in order to get there, I'm willing to release everything and see what comes back. And so, when I talk about non attachment is the ability for you to understand that nothing in this world is yours. There's nothing in this world that belongs to you. And the only way to truly know what is yours and what is here to stay simply off of mutual reciprocity as opposed to I want you, I want to keep you here is to release and see what stays or see what is here for you. Um, and so to practice that, I've just been going through the emotions of wanting something and looking and seeing it's not there and releasing and saying, okay, it's not there, but that's okay. It's not necessarily of the stop wanting it because you're still going to want it, is what you want. But just when you notice that you want it and you acknowledge that it's not there, you release and say, okay, it's not here. And you continue to do that. And it's like a flower growing in a garden. And thank you so much to Londrell for just listening to Summer Solstice on my way here. And I'm so grateful for God to allow me to have that experience because the man that was talking in Summer Solstice, and I wish I knew who it was, and I'm pretty sure God will reveal that to me in the future, but he was talking about how, like growing out of a plant, a flower grows. We are that flower that grows out of the plant, just an extension of it. And in order for a flower to grow out of a plant, it must release out of that cocoon of safety. It must let go of all cocoons of safety and release into a world just to be viewed. And with flowers, they can be picked, they can be crushed, they can be stepped on, but a flower does not stay in that shell, that leaf of fear and comfort. It still releases for the sake of being seen, for the sake of being, visualized, for the power that the beauty of a flower holds. And in the same way, we have to release out of our safety, release out of our immediate wants for the possibility of what could be brought to us once we do expand, once we do evolve, once we do release out of our own safety, our own wants and covers of what we hold on to and what we cling to keep close to hold our safety and value of ourselves, because at the end of the day, I can say that I want this man, but if this man does not see that value in me or does not cultivate the space to bring me in and invite me to that space, then that means that that is not the man for me, And the only way that I can release myself to that want is to acknowledge that if that is not shown, if that space is not created and I am not invited into that space as a woman and him being a man, the physical creator of space, then I am not to enter that because this is not sacred union, And that's what we're looking for, sacred union. And Here's a beautiful perspective on meditation. Meditation is non-attachment to your thoughts. Meditation is not controlling of your thoughts. And I think that's where we have it so messed up. We are not meditating to control our thoughts. We are meditating to allow our thoughts to be, to look at them, and cultivate the silence that comes out of the end of our thoughts running too loud. You know, like, I can sit here and I have so many thoughts in my mind. And for a lot of us, when we try to meditate, we hear about meditation and we attempt to meditate and we say, stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking. But then the thoughts still come and they still come and they still come, because now we're trying to control them instead of release them. So in order for us to cultivate true meditation, we have to allow our thoughts to flow. And you're just hearing all these thoughts, whether negative or positive, and you're just watching them. Let them go as far as they want to go. Don't control the darkness. Don't control the greatness or the immensity that's coming, the negativity that's coming. Just observe the thoughts. And when you can look at the thoughts happening and you're just listening to them and following them and tracking them, but not controlling them, eventually your thoughts just stop, because you're not there to add the momentum to them. You're just there to observe them. And when you can just sit there and watch your thoughts and they come to that halt, that's when you cultivate silence. That's when the silence comes to you. You don't control the silence. You don't hone in on it and make it happen. You allow the thoughts and you watch them until they stop. And in that process of watching them, you may cry, you may laugh, because there will be painful thoughts, there will be happy thoughts, there will be fearful thoughts. You're only there to explore the emotion that arises from those thoughts and allow it to release. So as you release, and you release and you release and you release, the thoughts flow. And as the thoughts flow out of your release of emotion, you cultivate silence. And that is our goal here, is to cultivate silence, because in cultivating silence, we can become that powerful flower that releases out of the plant of security. And that is all we are here to do, because in becoming that flower, we teach the flowers beside us to bloom as well, because they are all just flowers hidden in the fear and the coverage of the leaf of the home. But once we can release and we can turn to the sun, the gratitude, the happiness, the light, the other flowers around us understand that it is time. And you can see how a garden blooms all together, and not just at different seasons. That's why every plant, vegetables, fruits, flowers, trees, they have their season of growth. Because in your season of growth, when you start to grow, the others around you start to grow in that same season, the ones that are there to truly experience that season with you. So this video is called non-attachment. And when I say non-attachment to the man you want, non-attachment to the woman you want, non-attachment to the food you eat, non-attachment to the love you seek, non-attachment to your children, non-attachment to your relationships, non-attachment to your tiredness, non-attachment to your strength, non-attachment to everything in creation, so that you can cultivate the silence needed to become only an extension of manifestation, your true God, your true power inside of you that is given from source, not the power that we want to have, the power that we are meant to have, which is more immense and more strong and more powerful. So I am so blessed and honored to come to you and to have developed this video so immensely. And wow, I love you, and I hope you have a whole and balanced day. I thank you for coming to part 2 of this video, in this series of 2. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.